Today on the channel, we unbox the brand new Elite Wrestlemania series. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, an exciting one, as we're going to unbox the Wrestlemania Elite series for 2021. These are always an exciting series because we get a Build-A-Figure, and I think that's something that's totally missing from Mattel. Is the Build-A-Figure, and this year we got Paul Ellering in this set. And you can build young and old Paul Ellering, and truth be told, I'm going to need two sets. I need Build-A-Figure early days Paul Ellering to be with my LOD, and then I need a later day one to put with AOP. So that is my plan there. But I think the Build-A-Figure concept is totally untapped potential for Mattel. I would love to see every line of basics have a Build-A-Figure in it. A different little piece. That would make people like me buy every single basic figure. I would absolutely hate it, but I would love it because maybe we could get, different ring announcers or managers. Give us a Slick. Give us, Vince McMahon, modern day announcer. Give us all kinds of casting characters. Give us security guards. Give us just random things. I think that would be a way to make basics speak to true collectors out there, and I think it would be a really popular thing. And I would love to see in the Elite lineup the same type of thing. Let us build some characters. Build a Brooklyn Brawler, somebody that maybe they don't think would sell on their own. I think that is a missed opportunity. I absolutely love Marvel Legends, how they have the Build-A-Figure pieces, and other lines out there that have Build-A-Figure pieces. So Mattel, if you're watching, that's my pro tip of the day. I think Build-A-Figures is the way of the future. I think it's cool. I think it would create trading. It would create a way for, let's say you bought this Edge figure, you didn't want the piece, you could sell that piece on eBay or in a group or something, get some of your money back. I just think it's a great concept that Mattel is truly missing the boat on. Anyways, enough about Build-A-Figures. Let's go through. We're going to do it like we normally do. We're going to open each one, compare them all at the end, put them in order of my favorite to my least favorite, and discuss along the way. But we're going to start with Edge. This is one I'm pretty excited for. We've had a lot of Edges over the years, going way back to the Jax days, a lot of Edges. A very popular character, and one we're getting a lot more figures of now that he's returned to the fold of the WWE. Now this Edge probably represents my favorite Edge match of all time with Mick Foley. Absolutely loved that. We'll compare it with that Mick Foley one. But Edge is one people have never been able to get the head scan just right on. So it'll be interesting to see what this one it looks like up close. Did they get this right? I don't know. The prototype pictures I've seen, not good. I haven't stared at this one too much. I wanted the review to be here for you guys on camera, so we'll see. But let's look at the packaging like we always do first. There's old Edge. A similar but different packaging on these. A nice blue and yellow. It definitely sets it apart against your traditional Elites. You can notice there's none of that big seal on there that says WWE Authentic like we're seeing on the top picks in the regular Elite line. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why that's not on here when these will be out about the same time. But there's Edge. He's got that baseball bat. Some of the prototype pictures we've seen, that baseball bat's been bent in the package. Here, not so bad. It's actually perfect in this one. So that's kind of cool. You can see there's Paul Ellering. It looks like the old Paul Ellering head, and then his upper torso. You got an extra set of hands, of course. Edge glamour shot picture. A traditional WrestleMania graphic down below. Edge in his name, the Mattel logo. You got the Elite at the top, and then you got the True FX logo in the top corner there as well. So there's the front. You got a little glamour shot of Edge there. Edge in his little working man's jacket, like he just got done working at a gas station. And then, of course, you got the back of the package. Let's read the back. Let's see what's going on here. From Toronto, Canada, 241 pounds, 6'5", career highlights, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and Hall of Famer. In one of the most intense hardcore matches in WWE history, the Rated R Superstar upended the hardcore legend Mick Foley at WrestleMania 22. Like I said, that could be my favorite Edge match of all time. Let's open this one up. Let's see what's going on in here. Let's see if we like it, we hate it, we're not sure. See where it goes. There it is. You got a little blue starburst, it looks like, on here. I'll take it out of the package. See you later. Nothing too special if you ask me. See you later. Ooh, boy. Well, we'll see. I don't know about that head scan, but there he is in the plastic. Let's remove Mr. Ellering first. Pop that out. Pop the hands. Pop the hands. Don't need to talk about the hands, but he's got the old heavy metal sign hands. Always cool. A fellow metalhead myself. See you later. Whoop, there she goes. And immediately we have a loose torso. Floppy torso on this one. That's horrible right there. Luckily he does have the jacket, which makes it a little bit better. It does limit how much back it can go, but the torso is way loose. That is horrible right outside the package. Totally disappointing. You know, that's disappointing. We got a little curvature to the bat. You know, there's the baseball bat, as you can see. Man, that's disappointing right off the bat. I like the vest. I like the tattoo work. I like the stars on the wrist here. I like the pants. I like everything about this. But the head, once again, it's close. It does look better in person. It's still just not there. It's still just a tad off. As you can see right here. You can see the back there. I like the vest, like I said. A pretty solid figure. I just wish they could get Ed's head right. Edge's head right. Did I say that right? I don't know. But it's just off. I don't mind the hair. It's just a little bit off. I mean, it's close, and it definitely looks better in person. The prototype pictures were absolutely terrible. This is better in person. Put him on the old ringside stand here. There it is. And we'll grab the Mick Foley that he represents against him. There's Foley right there. This set is perfect because they both have terrible head scans. This is probably my least favorite Mick Foley Cactus Jack head scan of all time, unfortunately. They just missed the mark on this one. I don't know. This one is almost good. If they could just get that head right, and then obviously the ab crunch. Hopefully others don't have that problem. If you have that problem out there, let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to know. Here's that Paul Ellering head right there. This is old Paul Ellering. And then just a traditional kind of suit jacket thing going on here. So there you go. That's Edge. You got Mick Foley. These two are kind of made for each other. Both missed the mark just a little bit. Unfortunate, because this would be a tremendous two-pack if they had both head scans a little bit better, and obviously if that ab crunch was tight on Edge. But there you have it. Let's look at the next one. All right, next up in the WrestleMania set, we've got Bill Goldberg. And there's been no shortage of Bill Goldberg figures the last few years. They've really been pumping these out. And to be honest, I think this is probably, for most of you guys out there, most people I've seen feedback from, the one they're least excited about in this set. Like I said, we've had a lot of Goldbergs. There's not a lot of skin on the bone difference between this Goldberg and the ring Goldberg that came with the Elite Scale ring, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, whatever that was. We'll compare those here shortly in the video, but let's take a look at this one first. There's Goldberg. Comes with a nice blue title, the old SmackDown title. You know, his previous ones came with the Raw title, so a little bit of point of difference there. I don't know if that's that big of a deal to anybody. Extra set of hands, and then he does come with Paul Ellering, younger Paul Ellering head. So the nice thing is, if you're building Paul Ellering, you can skip this one if you want just young or modern day Paul Ellering, we'll call it. You can skip this one. You don't necessarily have to buy this one. So there you go. But yeah, Goldberg on the front. A lot of the same stuff like we talked about on the Edge box. The old glamour shot on the side. There he is. There he is. I believe this represents WrestleMania this year. Let's see what it says here. Who's next at WrestleMania 36? Goldberg got his answer as he defended his Universal Championship against Braun Strowman. As we all know, Braun beat him. Career highlights: Universal Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, Hall of Fame inductee from Atlanta, Georgia, 285 pounds, 6'4". So this is the most current, modern-day one of the lineup, as this represents the WrestleMania from this year. Very easy for them to make. Like I said, they've pretty much had this figure done ahead of time. And let's open it up, see what's going on with old Bill. See you later. See you later. I feel like a card dealer. There it is. Extra set of hands. Like I said, the Paul Ellering head. You get the title belt. Let's pop him out. Oh, got a little rubber band in here. Cut that. Knock him out. There it is. See you later. Extra hands. Nobody cares. Get these rubber bands off his hand. They're in there pretty good. There's those. Yeah, your typical Goldberg. Different head scan. But like I said, not a ton of meat on the bone on this one. I see right here we got a little paint scratch on the white of the tights. That's always unfortunate. You guys know it's been a lot of that with Mattel lately in the last year, unfortunately. There's Goldberg. You got the back of the tights, got the kind of the Goldberg tattoo back there. Just below his belly button on his waist, there's a little scratch. Kind of hard to see, but it is there. It's your typical Goldberg figure. Luckily, the ab crunch is super tight on this one, so I'm happy with that. No real other paint issues or imperfections. All your typical articulation. We don't really talk a lot of articulation. We all know at this point what the elites can and can't do. Goldberg's always hard to get on these ringside stands. You always have to work him in. I don't know what it is about his peg hole. But there it is. He does come with the title here. There it is. I believe first representation of this blue title. I don't think we've had the blue one before. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time we get that. We got the Paul Ellering. But man, he's got paint scuffs all over his face too. So par of the course lately with Mattel. It's been very unfortunate. I've had so many issues over the last few sets. But yeah, he's got paint issues on the side there. Hopefully I can clean that up a little bit. I don't know. The thing is, we shouldn't have to clean these up. They should come. I mean, I get mistakes, but there's been so many. And we open a lot of figures here on the channel. So you compare some of that to some of the, Super 7, the Marvel Legends, some of the other things we open, the NECA Turtles. Everybody's got some issues once in a while, but boy, it really seems like Mattel has had more paint issues than any of them. Really unfortunate. Here's the Goldberg that came with the ring back in the day. Like I said, it is basically a straight up repaint. You got a new head. I like the old head more. So there you go. Not a lot of skin on here. I think this will be a big hard pass for a lot of people unless you really want that new title belt or you really want that Paul Ellering head. Non-completists, completists like me are going to pick this up, but non-completists, I think this will be a very easy pass and definitely the weakest one in the set. There's just no way around it. It's going to be the weakest. So there you go. There's Bill Goldberg. Let's look at the next one. All right, next up in the WrestleMania Elite set, we've got Shawn Michaels, who's no stranger to some of these subsets, as we've gotten two similar kind of Shawn Michaels. I always think of the ringside exclusive and the Flashback Series, I guess, was that Series 1? Flashback Series 1 Walmart exclusive. Very similar time frame, similar style to this Shawn Michaels, but this is a really cool figure by the looks of things to me, and probably maybe the best one in the set. I love that extra coat. I thought that was soft goods. Unfortunately, I think it seems to be plastic. We'll see when we open up. Come with extra hands. Obviously, the Paul Ellering parts. Similar package to all the other ones, as you would imagine, in the WrestleMania set. There's the old glamour shot on the side. In-ring action on the side there. I believe this is the outfit he wore against Tatanka at WrestleMania. And there's the back. You got the lineup. Paul Ellering. The old tail of the tape, let's see what it says. From San Antonio, Texas, 225 pounds, 6'1", career highlight, WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Hall of Fame inductee. He's not your boy toy, but at WrestleMania 9, the Heartbreak Kid was your defending Intercontinental Champion against Tatanka. Who will ever forget that match? No one ever will. I do notice part of his flange, is that what it's called? Is up on his head in the box. So this is definitely not a good one for if you're a min on card. It's a good thing I'm going to open this one up, because that's pretty rough there. Two extra hands. Thought I saw some paint issues, but nothing yet. So let's open it up. Let's see what's going on inside. Hopefully we're all kosher the way we want it to be. See you later, packaging. Don't need you. Paul Ellering's pants there. There you go. We'll build Paul Ellering at the very end like we always do. We usually do this with the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, so it's a nice treat to do it with the Mattel Elites. Let's get those pants out. There it is. Get those out. Get those extra hands out, maybe. Come on. Boy, these hands are in there good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these hands. There it is. Got him out. Now we'll get Shawn out. Come on. Boy. He's in there. Alright, he's out. See you later. Alright. That's a little... not a little annoying. Very annoying here. This one is way up. Look at that. It's just poking up like that. It was stuck like that in the package, so it's kind of been bent in that area. Gonna have to take a little movement to it to get it down to where it needs to be, but pretty annoying. See if I can tuck that in so it's looks okay. No, nothing that can be done right now. Kind of hide it in the jacket. It is a plastic jacket. Like I said, I did think in the prototype this was soft goods. That's kind of unfortunate. I think this would look a heck of a lot better if it was soft goods. He does have the glasses. These are the same glasses we saw in that flashback figure. We also saw that on the ringside exclusive that was very similar to that figure. There he is without the glasses on. Not bad. I like this figure. Like I said, I think this is probably the best figure of the set. I don't know about the jacket. I think it would have been really cool to get soft goods. I do like the dangly crosses. I do like those being the plasticky feel. I do like that better, but all in all, I think I'd prefer, like most occasions, to get soft good jackets, soft good material. It looks better, it feels better, it just makes more sense to me. But good, I don't see any paint issues on here. That is a major plus. Like, you guys have known what we've been dealing with just in this set alone and in the last few sets we've had. But a very solid Shawn Michaels. I have really no complaints. This is one of the better Michaels we've had in the last few years, if you ask me. Just a few little things that you got to work on to get that fixed on the jacket, but that's not a deal breaker. That's nothing that can be not fixed. But as far as just displayability with the soft goods would have been better. I think it looks always better, but I'm okay with this plastic one. I don't hate it at all. So Shawn Michaels, a solid piece, solid part, and I think could possibly be, him and Chyna are probably number 1, number 2 as the most popular figures probably in this set. So speaking of Chyna, let's take a look at her next. All right, the final piece of the WrestleMania set and the final piece to the Build-A-Figure Paul Ellering is Chyna. So this is Chyna's second Elite figure. I gotta think we're probably gonna get beat up with Chyna figures the next year, 2 years. I think she'll be in a constant clip rotation as she obviously has a contract with the WWE for figures. Very similar to Mr. T. We're getting a lot of Mr. T's right now. I think the same thing. We're getting a lot of Chynas right now. If my memory serves me correctly, as of this time, we don't have any other Chynas announced, but I would think the big announcements that we're going to have, maybe Toy Fair, who knows, maybe February, so we might get some more announcements, and I could see Chyna, future Chynas being announced very soon. But let's take a look at the package on Chyna. There she is, kind of the purple bikini going on. This is when Chyna became more of a female wrestler, I always figured. In my mind, at least. You know, she wrestled against a lot of guys and fought with the guys, but this is when she won the Divas title for the first time and really became a female competitor. As you can see, Rocco, the puppet, is in there. It's cool that Rocco's in there, but it also takes away a lot from this figure. I could see Chyna fans out there who were excited for this figure, maybe a little disappointed that Rocco, the puppet for the Build-A-Figure piece, is in here. It does take away from the figure. It does look strange. It's cool that they advertise Rocco like that, but maybe for most collectors, they'd probably prefer him down, hidden behind the packaging down here. That might have made more sense. Kind of like a traditional Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure part that sometimes they're hidden out of the way so they don't take away from the figure. I don't know. You guys tell me. I know there's a lot of men on card guys out there. Does that really bug you? I could see it probably bugging people. But there it is. Same packaging we've seen with the other ones. Got a little glamour shot of her down in the corner. Glamour shot on the side, of course. The Elite logo down below. There it is from that match, celebrating right there. And, of course, the back of the package. The whole lineup, Paul Ellering, the tail of the tape. It's all there. Legalese on the bottom. Nobody cares about that. I didn't show the very top. Kind of a brick and a little yellow brick road is what it kind of reminds me of. But there you go. Let's knock into Chyna here from Londonderry, New Hampshire. You know, you don't see a lot of people from New Hampshire. Now that I think of it and hear it and say it out loud, I don't think I know anybody from New Hampshire. So if you are from New Hampshire, let me know in the comments. I don't know anybody from New Hampshire, so I don't think I've ever talked to anybody from New Hampshire. So somebody leave a comment that's from New Hampshire. Be a little test here. 5'10", finisher the pedigree. Get your own move, huh? Finisher the pedigree. Career highlight, WWE Women's Champion, Intercontinental Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. The 9th Wonder of the World dominated Ivory and became the new WWE Women's Champion at WrestleMania X7 or WrestleMania 17. So there you go. Looking at the back, same old, same old. So let's open her up. Let's see what's going on in here. See you later. There it is. A lot going on here. You got 2 arms. I guess I didn't even realize the 2 Ellering arms were in here. Definitely Rocco, a title belt, Chyna's 2 extra hands, and then the Chyna figure. So there it is, in the plastic prison. Now, some interesting things here. I noticed right off the bat, Chyna is a lot bigger than I thought she was. For some reason, in my mind, seeing the prototypes and even seeing in package, I figured her to be the same size as almost like a bulked up female wrestling figure we've gotten from Mattel before. But this is a bigger mold, akin to her last one, but definitely bigger than your average female figure. So that is a plus right there. This is a very strong figure. I'm not sure on the face. It's growing on me a little bit. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. You got 2 extra hands, of course. The women's title, let's pop that out first. The decoration on these titles are not as strong as in titles past. They've really started to cheap out on the titles, which is unfortunate. We don't get this Divas one we haven't gotten in a long time. I think Trish Stratus might have been the last one to come with this title. Somebody can correct me on that if they want. We'll knock her hands out of here. Very small hands. What's funny is these two fist hands are extremely small, like a traditional female's hands, but her hands on her are much bigger. So that's interesting. Get Rocco out here, get those arms out. There we go. And finally Chyna. And we're going to go this way. We're going to go really long this time. We'll see you later. All the way out there. Bam, there it goes. See you later. All right, look at this Rocco. Rocco's like a puppet. Like a puppet? He is a puppet. What am I saying? There's old Rocco. One of the dumbest things of all time. Remember when Paul Ellering came to join the LOD back in the day? It was awesome. I was, oh my gosh, Paul Ellering's here. This is going to be new heights. Then they brought out Rocco, the puppet that talked. It was the dumbest thing ever. Probably that or LOD 2000 at the end are probably the 2 worst LOD moments. For me, Rocco's probably the worst. 2 extra hands, we'll get there. Hands, arms, whatever you want to say. Talked about that. Let me pop off one of these hands quick so we can see a kind of a side-by-side. I don't know. Yeah, that looks weird. I don't know, maybe not terrible. Maybe I was being a little dramatic, but I do like this Chyna figure. You guys let me know on the hands, though. How do you feel? Do you feel like that one? There's the regular one that was on her, and then she's got a baby fist. Very akin to Mark Henry and Decade of Domination Series 1. He had that baby fist. It just looks weird. Yeah, she's got the same thing going on. If you look at it from kind of that angle, that is some serious baby fistage. I don't know. Very strange, because Chyna's not your typical female body, not quite your man body. She's somewhere in between. So I don't know. But I like this. This could be the best figure. This is the sleeper of the set, I think, as I'm going right now. We'll rank them all at the very end here. But I like this one a lot more than I thought I would. So that's always a good sign. I always love that. We should all love that. Whenever things turn out better than you think they're going to be. Here is the Chyna we got before in the Triple H 2-pack. I'm sure a lot of you guys got this one. Chyna's first Mattel Elite. So 2 Chyna Elite figures in the last, I don't know, 5-6 months, whatever it's been. I'd say we're well on a pace. And I do expect some more Chynas to be announced fairly soon. I'm not sure exactly which one they're going to go. I can't really think off the top of my head of a Chyna I'm really looking for outside of these 2, but there's probably one, maybe an Eddie Guerrero version. This one's probably the closest to that. But there you go. There's Chyna. Now let's wrap up the show. Let's put them all together in order how we like them, and let's build Paul Ellering. All right, let's put the puzzle together. Let's build Paul Ellering and see what all the fuss is about with him. So we get the body in there. There you go. You got your suited body. You know, the nice thing about this Paul Ellering, you can basically pop this head off and turn a suited body into about anybody. So that's kind of a cool feature, if you ask me. Pop one arm in there. What the heck? Wait a minute here. Something doesn't smell right. I believe... No? Alright. I thought I got 2 left arms for a second. That would not surprise me the way things have been going with some of this Mattel stuff as of late. But it looks like I'm okay. It was a little weird there. Let's see. Should we be Old Man Ellering or Young Man? Since Young Man Ellering has got smudges all over his face, we're going to go Old Man Ellering. This head scan is much better, so that's what we're going to do. This is the Ellering I'm going to use with the AOP in my display. Will the head go on? There it is. And there it is. I love Paul Ellering. There it is right there. Look at that. I mean, it is definitely a basic figure. Not a lot of bells and whistles with it. One pro tip, and I just thought of this right now. J. Jonah Jameson comes with a newspaper in the Marvel Legends Retro Series. That's coming out shortly. Also, Gwen Stacy comes with a newspaper. I have a few extra of those Gwen Stacy's. Comes with the rolled up newspaper that will be perfect to hold in hand, like Paul Ellering used to back in the old days with the Road Warriors. So that will be really cool. So that's my plan there. Of course, Rocco, we talked a little bit about him. I don't know what to do with this Rocco. It's sacrilegious to me to display the Road Warriors in my D12s here and have a Rocco involved. Yeah, there he is. He's a little heavy. Doesn't fit as well as I'd like, but there it is. I don't know what to think of that, but that's Rocco. He's here. It's a cool touch. It's a cool piece of history. You know, I never assumed we'd ever get a Rocco figure ever. So all in all, it's cool, I guess. You don't have to use it. It's not like it's permanently attached to him. So that's a win. That's a good thing. Paul Ellering, like I said, a very, very basic figure, but I have no complaints. I think Build-A-Figures are great. This is what I want out of Build-A-Figures. You can take it. You can leave it. For me, I need two of them. So I'll have an old and a young Paul Ellering. Is it the best Build-A-Figure of ever? Probably not. I really like that HBK Commissioner one. Danny Davis, I could have taken her left last year. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. This Ellering's alright. It's going to go good with my Road Warriors and the black spikes, old school, with the old guy head. So there it is. Paul Ellering Build-A-Figure. Now, let's put them all in order, how we like them, and finish up the video. Alright, the WrestleMania Build-A-Figure series comes to an end, and after many seconds of soul searching, I have figured out my order. My favorite of the set, Chyna. Blew me away, better than anticipated, I think better than the prototypes. I like the bigger body. Like I said, I did think it was going to be a smaller, traditional women-female body, so I like this Chyna a lot. The title belt could be better, but a very strong figure and a definite must-have. A close number 2, the Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 9 against Tatanka. This is kind of the flashback, the most flashbacky one in the set, because it goes the furthest back, obviously. I like this Michaels. It does fit in with that ringside exclusive and that flashback Walmart exclusive. It kind of fits in that mix a little bit in that kind of time period. But I like the different look, the gray look to him from WrestleMania 9. Would have preferred soft goods. I think most of us would. I like the dangly fringe with the plastic goods, but I would have loved the soft goods for this one. I think that would have taken that probably to the top if we would have got it that way. Number 3, one I'm disappointed in, Edge. He seems to have no neck. The face scan's a little iffy. And then, of course, quality control issues continue. I have a super loose ab crunch. Luckily, his vest kind of holds him together a little bit. But that's pretty disappointing all in all on that. But I do really like this Edge. This would be my favorite incarnation of Edge if they could have got the head scan a little bit better. I love that match with Foley. That's my favorite Edge moment of his career. Coming up on the rear here, Paul Ellering, I don't know if he should be included in this. I guess he is. He's part of the set, but he feels like a free figure. Usually you pay $20 for these figures anyways. These pieces you got put together, it really feels like he's free. Paul Ellering, one of my favorite managers of all time. My favorite tag team of all time is the Road Warriors, but it's not that. It's nothing that's going to blow you away. It is cool, though. We get an extra suited body. You could pop a head off and put different wrestlers' heads on there if you're looking for a suited body. And I know a lot of customizers out there can finally get some suited bodies at a cheaper cost because we don't get a ton of suited bodies in the traditional lines very often, or even the basic line anymore. Rocco, an interesting concept, to put it mildly. But Rocco's alright. I don't hate it. I came around to it. It's free, basically, if you know what I mean. So it's not terrible. I will have another Paul Ellering. I gotta have young, gotta have old, to complete my elite line and all that kind of stuff. And I'll put the old one with AOP, the young one with the Road Warriors, so he's there. And then last is Bill Goldberg. We're all Goldberged out at this point. We've gotten so many Goldbergs. There's not a lot of meat on the bone, a point of differentiation on them. This is basically the ringside, I think it was a ringside exclusive, elite scale ring, raw ring from 2-3 years ago. It's basically that exact same figure. You're getting Build-A-Figure pieces with it. You're getting a new title belt. That's really it. Really not a lot of meat on the bone, and hopefully that's our last Goldberg for a while because there's really no reason for any more Goldberg figures. So there you go. There is the WrestleMania lineup. The strongest WrestleMania lineup? Probably not. These are usually a forgotten lineup every year. I just don't think they hold their value. Like I said, you play the long game on these, you'll be able to get these on clearance. I guarantee it always happens. I think it'll happen again here for you. So if you're playing the long game, do that. But, you know, the Chyna and Shawn, I think will be pretty valuable with time. Edge, maybe middle of the road. Goldberg will probably be the one you'll find on clearance the easiest. But, you know, some of the WrestleMania sets from the past, you can still buy at Dollar General as of right now for $10. So play the long game. You guys tell me what you're going to do in the comments. Are you picking these up? Have you picked these up? Are you playing the long game? Are you waiting until they hit stores? Are you waiting for the deep clearance? You guys let me know. Which one? Is this, did I get the order right? Is this how you put them as far as your favorites? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's it. So for me, Kyle, don't forget Chyna, Shawn Michaels, Edge, Paul Ellering, and our friend Bill Goldberg. I'll see you guys all real soon.